Welcome to the month of portals. I think when we think about portals, a lot of times people assume that the magic or the destination is in the portal. And that's not the case. The portal is a time frame or a moment, right? A location, right? A point of time where the energy allows for transformation to take place, right? Where the energy is ripe for transformation. But how we transform is up to us. So, yes, we are in a time of a portal, but how you choose to use the portal, what you achieve after going through the portal is up to you. Some people go through portals all the time and they don't change. Like nothing happens. Where sometimes something does happen, but it's for the worse. A portal doesn't have a significant, like a portal doesn't mean positive. You are the conductor of what happens after you go through the portal, right? Like you set the tone. So it's important that when we go through these portals, these moments of intense energy, these moments of intense transformation, whatever they might be, this moment where you can feel the electricity in the air. It's up to you to say what you want to see at the end of that portal, right? Like, are you focused on, you know, wealth, on health, on love, on light, on peace, or are you focused on anger and destruction or gossip? It's up to you. You get to decide what's at the end of that portal. And I think that's very important. I realized today that all of us get portals, opportunities for transformation, therefore opportunities for to go through a portal in our lives all the time, big and small. We sometimes choose to not take them, or we go through them and we're like, nothing's going to change, we're going to remain the same. But you always feel it. You feel it in your body. It's almost like you can feel the energy is either closing into you or opening wide. Like you feel it. You feel like, I don't know, like that there is an opportunity for realignment. You feel it. And at least for me, one of the biggest opportunities for transformation was my womb portal. Like when I gave birth to my firstborn, to my daughter, and I walked through the portal of my womanhood, right? It was massive. And I missed it. And when I say I missed it, I missed the opportunity of such a transformative portal. I missed it. Like I didn't understand that's what I was experiencing. I remember feeling like I couldn't breathe. I was like, I feel like there's something I'm missing. It's like it's there, but it's foggy. Like you know there's something waiting for you, but it's not there. And I think a lot of us have that period. Like, we have these moments in our lives where we're like, it's so foggy. Like, what should I do? And if you are, I'm telling you that you are going to have one of those moments this month. You're going to have a portal open for you this month. And you are going to get to decide how you land on the other side of that portal. You're going to get to decide, don't miss it. And you can't miss it. You'll always be able to, arrive at that transformation. However, I think the portal, like anything, like think of like wormholes, or like if you ever watch like Marvel, and if they go through like that wormhole, they can travel through that wormhole and eliminate like 350 years of travel. That's what the portal does. It's not that you may not get there, like you will. except that portal's gonna get you there faster. Like that portal is like an opportunity to like blink and be there. And so like, don't miss it. You can still get there. It might take you 2-3 years, which is what happened when I had my daughter. Like I missed the portal. Did I get there? Yeah, she's 7 now, y'all. I'm there. She's 7. So it took me time because I missed the portal. Don't miss the portal. You have an opportunity to go through that portal. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. But remember that when you're going through that portal, it's you. You are the driver. The portal, it's just a portal. It's not going to, all it does is going to get you there. But where you land is up to you. Where are you landing? Where are you landing? What does it look like? You get to decide that. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Today I was having a conversation with someone, and she's much older, part of that older generation. I'm talking about like she's like in her 80s, right? And she was talking about the fact that sometimes what your parents say, like you have to follow what your parents say. And if your parents don't like something, then you cannot like it. And I had to tell her, I was like, that doesn't make any sense, baby. Yes, I called her like honey, because I call everybody honey. I was like, honey, that doesn't make any sense. But I said, let me tell you why. We are raised with conditioning. We are raised with conditioning. Our parents try their best. They tell us what to like and what to not like, which is great and dandy. But what you're born with inside of your chest that you like without anybody saying anything to you, that you love without anybody saying it to you, because you just have an affinity for it. You just want it. You don't know why, but when you hear it, you feel, like that electricity go all the way down your back. It's not, nobody told you to like it. You just do. When you get conditioning that tells you to not like it, then you are misaligned. You're like this, your insides are like this, your brain is doing this, and your heart is doing this, and they're never meeting because they're on different pages. And then you get the beautiful moment of deciding, of making a decision. Do I choose to live for me and follow my heart, what I was born with inside, that I like, that I love, that I want to do? Or do I follow my conditioning, my upbringing, my culture, my religion, geographical location, whatever, and do what they said they wanted me to do? And if you decide this, if you decide to forget your heart, you will be unhappy in life. If you decide to not follow what your heart said, you'll be unhappy in life. And what I had to say to her, I said, let me tell you something about all those people that gave you all that wonderful conditioning. They lived their life already. They made their choices, whatever they chose, wherever, if they decided to follow the conditioning or to follow their heart, they got to decide for themselves. It is time for you to decide for yourself. And you always get that choice. Because even if they told you what to like and what to not like, your heart knows what it wants. Your in your gut, you know what you want. You can either listen to it or not, but I can tell you right now, if you don't start listening to it, listen. If you don't listen to it, you may end up down the line, however long, resenting not the decision, resenting yourself, hating yourself for not following what you wanted to do. The beautiful thing about it is that you always get the chance to change your mind, and you reserve that right. You always get the chance to choose something different, and you reserve that right. It's the beautiful thing about life. As long as you continuously have breath to breathe and you wake up every morning, you get to choose something different for yourself. And I guess this ties in perfectly with that portal. Going through that portal, choose your heart. When you go through that portal, choose to follow your heart through that portal. Choose whatever you see after that portal to be what your heart desires and not what your conditioning says. Leave that conditioning behind for the people who gave it to you. First of all, they already lived their life. And I always say that I'm number one. You already lived your life. But now you want me to live my life for you too? Like, how does that make any sense? I have to live my life for me. And I tell my children this all the time. You're gonna need to live your life for you. I already lived my life well. I made my mistakes. I cried my tears, and I regret nothing. There are some decisions that I've made. I regret none of them. Are they difficult? Yeah. Yeah. Did I go through some hard times with some of the decisions I made? Absolutely. Do I look back on it and say, man, I wish I did? Especially those decisions that I made with my heart, I don't regret. The decisions I made fully aligned within myself, I don't regret because there was always beauty in them. I learned so much. I evolved. I became a version of myself that I loved. Coming out of those things, going through them, going through those experiences. You know which ones that I do regret? The ones where I listen to other people. Those decisions I made that I was like, oh, yeah, my mama told me, my friends told me, my boyfriend told me, my husband told me. Always regretted them. I have never not once made a decision for myself that I'm like, damn, that was terrible, bitch. Like, no. Because I'm like, I really wanted that at the time. I really wanted that at the time. I always think like that. I really, really loved that at the time. I really loved that at the time. When I was in that mind frame, this is what I may not have seen. This is what I may not have known. This is what I did not understand. But at the time, I was having the time of my life, or I enjoyed every moment of it. Or damn, what a heartbreak. That heartbreak opened me, cracked me open wide. Why? Because my heart was in it. I felt every emotion, whether it be joy, whether it be sadness. I think a lot of people are scared to experience the full rainbow of emotions. I think a lot of people want to experience joy but don't want to experience sadness. What they don't realize is that both of those emotions, both of those extremes, both of the rainbow, all the rainbow of emotions require vulnerability. It requires vulnerability. For you to experience immense joy, you have to be vulnerable. For you to experience immense sadness, you must be vulnerable. You have to be willing to open yourself up to the full spectrum of emotion at 100% for you to experience them, for them to make an impact on you. One thing that I realized with myself is that I was a hoarder of energy. What is a hoarder of energy? Like, how can you hoard energy? And I think a lot of y'all are too. We hoard energy. We tighten up against energy. We tighten up when we feel an emotion. We tighten up when we feel joy. We wanna feel joy all the time. When we feel love, we wanna we wanna consume the love so quickly, so much. We wanna, like, it's like getting a piece. It's like getting a cake, like a full cake, and we want the cake to last forever. That's how we feel about joy. That's how we feel about happiness. But we don't feel that way about sadness. Nobody want to cry forever. But the truth of the matter is, if you're doing one, you're doing the other. duality. If you are stuffing yourself with joy and you want to hold it and you're trying to keep it in a box and you want to tighten your grip around it, then you're doing the same for pain. You're just not, or sadness, you're just not realizing it. Because the truth of the matter is that emotions and energy and like even the time spent with someone, it has to come and flow. It has to, you can't hoard it. You can't hoard energy. You're holding it inside of you. You're bracing for impact. No, you got to let it flow. Imagine like that you're standing there and a gust of wind goes by. You don't want to hold that wind. You want to open up. You want to feel that wind and you want to let it go through you. That's what we need to do with emotions. Because when we allow for the emotions to go through us naturally, then it is but a time. It is but a moment where we feel that sadness and we let it go through. It is but a moment where we feel that joy and we return to equilibrium. That is the flow of energy and emotion, and it is okay. If you are hoarding, if you are looking to hoard love and joy, then you are too looking to hoard love and pain. Think about what you hoard. The thing about it is that some people hoard pain. I used to be one of those people. Ooh, I used to be one of those people. I used to be one of those people that cut internally. Okay. I would say that I am like, I would be that person, and I've done it to myself before in my journal. I would write everything bad the person did to me as a letter to myself. I'd be like, and then they did this, and they did this, and they did this, and this is how you felt, and this is what you did, and this is how you felt. I would write. I wouldn't write to dump. You know how like you write in your journal to dump it and then like let it all out? Oh, no. I wrote it so I could go back to it and read it again so that I could put myself back in that feeling so I could remember. That's what I used to tell myself, so I could remember what that person did to me. So I never let it happen again. That is not okay. Okay? The point was to write and to let it go, to dump it all out in the paper. Sometimes now I burn the piece of paper. I write it all down, I burn it, I turn it into ash, I let it go because I need to release it. The point wasn't to write it so you can emotionally, dump back on yourself this terrible. I was a hoarder. I was a hoarder and I was good at hoarding painful energy. And I needed to let all that go. I needed to let all that go. I have cards, of course. So as we're going through these portals that are going to open for you in this month of July, remember that it's important to walk away. It comes to walk away from all of these things that are not ours, from all of these ways that are not ours, from all of these conditioning that we don't even want, from like from these things that are not how we feel inside or in our gut, in our hearts, that are not going to bring us joy and experiences and love and vulnerability, a flow for us to feel the flow of those emotions, the rainbow of those emotions, so that you can go through this portal, the world. You can go through this portal and experience a new world, one of your own creations, one that you really want, one that matches your heart and your gut, one that when you look back, you'll say, nah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Or, damn, that was bad, but damn, I learned so much. Okay? Bye, y'all.